people looking at this thing legally. So thank you so much for the time. Let's bring in now Kevin Mathewson, who's a criminal defense investigator and former Kenosha city alderman. Kevin, thank you for joining us tonight. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this thing so far.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I've had the pleasure to be in the courtroom every day so far, so I got the personal joy and pleasure of seeing the judge proverbially spank T. Claire Binger. I call him T. Claire. His middle name is Claire, which I find fitting. He really did two things that even I, as a non-lawyer, know you can't do, and it's just unconscionable that he would do this. It almost as if
he made those bad moves, right? You've been in there. You've been able to see the jury as well. Do they seem sympathetic to this young man?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were watching his mother, who I sat next to. She was crying most of the time. They saw a kid that was scared for his life, and he was the better man that night. And thank God he walked away with his life.
Right.
And they seemed sympathetic, and they really did not seem to care for Binger. I mean, none of us really do, but they stopped taking notes when he started cross-examining Kyle, because it just didn't seem like at that point anything matters at this point. I mean, the case has been proven. It's
interesting.
I don't see how any reasonable person could think that this was murder.
When your city was burning last summer, you actually made headlines yourself. As a former alderman, you put out a call to arms on the Kenosha Guard Facebook page, writing, "Any patriots willing to take up arms and defend our city tonight from the evil thugs." Now, you've gotten a lot of criticism for that move. You said that you still stand by that decision to call people to come protect that city. Is that still your position?
Absolutely. Yeah. Our mayor, who's a Democrat, county executive, sheriff, governor, all Democrats, they didn't want to reach across the aisle. They were too proud to ask our President Trump at the time, for help, so they'd rather watch the city burn. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to watch my city burn. So I put the post up on Facebook. Thousands of people poured into this community. Thousands of us within this community took up arms, and a lot of folks slept better that night. And they saw that, you know, the Second Amendment comes into play when the government cannot
the government abandons
provides for safety.
Right.
And the police were outnumbered. The police were scared. I mean, their lives were in jeopardy. So I put the help out, and I'm glad that thousands of Wisconsinites came here to defend communities that were not theirs. And that just goes to show that people are willing to help others in a time of crisis.
Yeah, I still maintain that the people that run that city deserve a trial for this. You know, they deserve to be put on trial. A lot of questions about how in the hell you just abandon people and just abandon a city, abandon their businesses. They pay taxes for your protection. They let it all go because they're trying to capitulate to Black Lives Matter and Antifa. What a joke. What an embarrassment. Kevin Mathewson, so thank you so much for taking the time.